if you let, irrational, single-minded minority people, in a country, take over a country, with their radical views, how it can be dangerous for people.
Right.
But it's already dangerous for people now with our involvement. Okay, we're not making it better in any way. We're just hurting ourselves. And I just view as an American citizen, as a young black man in America, I just want to know, why are issues more pressing in my life being taken care of when we're spending so much crazy amounts of money on, honestly, people who don't even appreciate it?
Yeah, and they don't, they don't, I'm not saying they don't have the capacity to appreciate it, but they're not educated, and we have to, be able to protect them and be able to, give them a quality of life that we don't have the time and the resources to really stay that they're trying to grow a country over there, under democracy, and these people just don't know what it is, and they don't know how to hold it up. Another issue with that too is that when it comes to like regimes over there taking over, they could easily elect those people into power some type of way, and then we're dealing with that all over again, And even still, United States has a history of keeping autocratic governments stable, or just not bothering them because they're at the time allied with us. So
right.
I feel like we sometimes cherry pick and choose who we want to go in and democratize, and who we want to just live and let live.
Yeah, I mean, I think the part that's the most upsetting to me is that I can think of just like 5 things off the bat that $800 billion plus could be spent on domestically. You know what I mean?
Our debt to China.
I mean, we can start there.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're in the trillions with them. So
right. I mean, yeah, we can throw a nice chunk of that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the agencies, program, create funding to schools for more after-school programs for younger children, more construction for children. I feel like every dollar you spend killing somebody is another dollar you're not spending educating and nurturing your own citizens, and making your country better.
Yeah, well, it's fear now, because with the rise of ISIS and this anti-Islamic rhetoric, you have people who feel that, we have to do something about them because, now even over here you have, our youth and, people in the vast number of ages joining up with ISIS,
Yeah, which is really concerning.
Yeah, so we feel like, oh man, it's a problem that's spreading, and we have to be there to manage it and stomp it out. And I think that's what's really distracting us from really, coming back in here to America and really, making a production sector that's gonna, build us some money and, make us, a wealthy nation again, get us out of debt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that we're over here. If you guys disagree, people who watch this video, you guys disagree and you guys have your reasons, please let us know. We would love to know how you feel about it. Whether you agree with us, disagree with us, comment, on our videos, go join our group on Facebook, Young Black Men Talk Series on Facebook. Like our page, subscribe. We really appreciate it, guys. But I think that's going to be the end. That's it for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it for you. Do you have anything else to add?
Another point. I don't know. It's just what do you think we should do? I mean, realistically, do you think the spread of democracy in general is a bad thing? Because I think. Another issue is because this doesn't even have to be the Middle East.
Right.
This could be, any other nation that might reach out to us for help.
Well, I don't like the idea of spreading democracy to people who never asked for it. Like, I mean, we've talked about this before. I mean, there's been plenty of examples when there have been, authoritarian style, maybe even monarchy style, type of rules in the world. And the general populace was satisfied with the government, but that's because the government took care of it. And I feel that it's an arrogant thing to say, like, we're going to bring democracy to your country. Like, because that's basically saying, like, democracy is what's best for the world, and we're going to give it to you whether you ask for it or not. And I just don't agree with that. Yeah. I think that's a very narrow-minded, closed-minded way, to approach foreign policy, Yeah. I mean, it's not your country. You don't get to tell people what they get to do with it.
It's true. I mean, I don't know, but when you're dealing with, like if... Just say for instance, we took out North Korea. Okay. I mean, let's say Kim Jong, bombed us, and somehow we took him out. Well, what happens to them? Do we help them? How do we restabilize them?
Kim Jong-un has now proven himself as a dangerous person. Who has proven that he threatens American safety. So we now have to remove him. Because we can't let him do it again. Because now it's on us. But see, that's what I'm saying.
But see, was
Saddam involved in 9/11?
Not directly.
I don't think he was.
But yeah. I mean, but we felt him as a threat enough. We had to execute him.
Yes, that's very true.
And the thing is, I'm anticipating, maybe this is me assuming, but I feel like, when it comes to dictators, I think they've already prepared for their demise and have somebody else lined up to take control in the event something happens. Okay. So that's why I feel like, the spread of maybe, a better government isn't such a bad idea if it actually works,
True, but it's like, why is that our problem, though? Why do we have to spend so much money in people's lives, doing it? Why is that our responsibility? Why isn't it the surrounding countries in the area? Maybe why is it not other countries in the world? Why does it always have to be my country? That's my problem.
Well, I think the United States might look at it as a resource thing.
What do you mean?
Because if China comes in and helps North Korea, then, they have ties to them and their resources. And, it's always just, who can expand, who has the most money, who has the biggest military, because, they get to have say in issues and things, and people have to listen to them.
I guess so. I think that's a very dangerous way to look at foreign policy. I think you're inevitably going to end up
I think it's a perpetual...
with a catastrophe.
Well, no, I think we try to be civil, but it comes to just we're at a perpetual stalemate when it comes to how much of our hands are in what country and what do we control versus what the other world powers, with like Russia and China, what they control and who's allies. Because it's just if you had enough socialist, communist ideals who felt like they had better ideas and better way of working their government, who's to stop them from trying to implement that on to us for our greater good.
That's a good point. I never considered it like that on that large of a scale.
And I think that's why we've spread democracy like we spread it, because democratic countries and other democratic countries tend not to go to war with each other because there's more to be made with bartering and trading. Right. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like behind the smiles, it's just sometimes everybody has a gun or a knife to each other's heads and necks. Yeah, unfortunately.
I think because of that, we are still gonna end up with a catastrophe.
Maybe one day.
I do. But that's gonna be it for us. This is Aaron signing off from my boy Zach here. Like I said, go to the Facebook page, find us on Twitter, find us on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, ask us questions, anything we want to talk about what you want to talk about, guys. Thanks for tuning in with us. Peace.